Lueroi's Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver walkthrough, Part 3. And the Pokemon is Geodude! Yep, that's right. A lot of you guessed it, but most of you are actually wrong. Yeah, Geodude is going to be the second member of my team. Yeah, pretty much everyone kind of found out it's either going to be Geodude or Sparrow, and most people guessed Sparrow. And everyone was kind of like arguing about it in the comments, which was kind of funny. But yeah, Geodude, in my opinion, is a very underrated Pokemon. I think it's maybe one of the most underrated Pokemon in this game. It has some of the best defense, and it actually has very high attack, higher than people think. Yeah, a lot of people were kind of saying, oh, Golem has too low of special defense. But if you did your research, you would know that it actually has higher special defense than Pharaoh, which is Sparrow's evolved form. So, ha, take that, all you Geodude haters. But anyways, yeah. I don't know why I didn't catch it the first time with the Pokeball. Probably could have weakened it down a bit more. But yeah, Geodude is definitely a great Pokemon. And one of the reasons I wanted to get it is because the first gym is going to be weak to Geodude, because it's a flying type, and normally grass types definitely struggle in that gym, so Geodude will help me take care of that gym. That's not the only reason I'm getting it, though. It's good for a lot of other stuff as well. Anyways, it's registered now in the Pokedex, and I'm going to give it the easiest nickname, like, least creative nickname possible. I'm just going to call it Rocky. Yeah. So there we go. We now have Herbie and Rocky. What if everything just ends in like an E? Herbie, Rocky. Anyways, we'll take a look at it in a minute here. Well, actually, right now, let's take a look at it. So yeah, Geodude only knows Tackle at the beginning, but it will get some good moves pretty soon. And I got a Careful Nature. I actually think that boosts up its special defense, which is kind of nice because it has bad special defense. So yeah, there we go. And we will head back to Cherry Grove. Alright, so I got Geodude up front, and we're going to head back into Route 30. Let's take a look at our Geodude here, see how he's doing. Jumping up and down. I don't know how Geodude even walks. It doesn't have feet or legs or anything, but it somehow just floats in midair. Anyways, please no wild Pokemon. Oh, first step. Alright, I actually killed that Pokemon just because I think Geodude should get a little bit of experience before going out there and fighting trainers, so I'll just get him up like one level. And here we go. Seriously! And that's going to get him up to level 4, so there we go. And we learn Mud Sport, the greatest move of all time! Alright, let's see if we can get through this grass here. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Okay. So there we go, and yeah, Geodude got up a level, so I guess I can't complain too much about the wild Pokemon. But yeah, now that you've talked to Mr. Pokemon and gone back to Professor Elm's lab, you can go towards this side of the route and take on these trainers. So yeah, this guy's like, yo, you look weak, come on, let's battle. Like, seriously, I look weak, come on, I already beat that ginger kid. But yeah, here's youngster Joey, and yeah, This might actually confuse you right at the beginning of the game. A lot of people don't know how to get through this route, but remember, you have to go up on the right side of the route, talk to Mr. Pokemon, then go back, fight the rival, and then talk to Professor Elm one more time. Once you do all of that, you can go through the left side of the route. If you're still confused, I covered pretty much all of that in Part 2 of the walkthrough, so check that out if you're still confused on how to get through here. But anyways, Herbie's gonna rip this thing into pieces with Razor Leaf. Because in the world of Pokemon, leaves can kill you. So yeah, let's finish it off here. So yeah, basically, if you guys don't know, when I go through walkthroughs and just anytime I play a Pokemon game, I'm never one of those people that only trains up one Pokemon to a really high level. I always like catching a lot of Pokemon and raising them all up evenly, so I'll try to keep Geodude and Chikorita as balanced as I can. Oh, and this guy wants my number! Okay, I'm just gonna warn you, do not give anyone your number in this game. They will call you like every 10 seconds and annoy you about something pointless. So when they ask for your number, click no, and they will not bother you. I'm not joking. They'll just call you and be like, hi, yesterday I almost caught a Rattata, and they'll go on for like 20 minutes about it. Trust me, don't add them into your contacts or whatever you want to call it. Don't add their phone number into your Pokegear. Anyways, I just healed up Geodude really quick because I want to fight this dude with it. So yeah, these people are actually battling earlier, these two youngsters, and this is the guy that won, so yeah, now you know you're up for a real challenge. because you're taking on youngster Mikey, and he's got a Pidgey. Oh, but it's only level 2. Yeah, too bad Rocky doesn't know Rock Throw, but yeah, like I said, he only knows Tackle right now. But you can get by with Tackle, because, I mean, look at his defense. I mean, Steph's only going to put, like, 1 hit point on him, which is really nice. Yeah, Geodude actually starts out with a really high attack and defense for being a Pokemon you can get this early in the game. So even though you don't get Rock Throw till something like level 12, you can definitely get by with Tackle for a while. So yeah, he can just pretty much take all these hits really easily. Look, they only do 1 hit point. So yeah, you can pretty much kill all the Pidgeys you want with Geodude. And that should get us up to level 5. I love at the beginning of the game, you get 22 experience points and it brings you up like half a level. Then later in the game, you need like thousands and thousands of experience points to get up a level. And we got a Rattata. Everyone always says I pronounce Rattata wrong. Some people call it like Rattata, or I don't know. I always call it Rattata, so whatever. Yeah, my pronunciation on Pokemon is always messed up because I don't always watch the anime, so I kind of just give it my own pronunciation in my mind, and that's what I call it for like the rest of my life. And it's too hard for me to change the pronunciations I came up with when I was like 5, so cut me some slack. Anyways, that's going to get us up to level 6, so yeah, we're rolling with the levels here. And we beat youngster Mikey. Yeah, he's like, that's strange, yeah, I beat that dude with like the level 2 Caterpie. How come I can't beat you? Anyways, let's put Herbie up front really quick. And we can move on. So, once you get up here, you're going to find this little girl over here. She's not actually a trainer, though. Let's talk to her. I forget what she says. I'm not a trainer. But if you look one in the eyes, prepare for battle. Yeah, that's right. No matter what happens in Pokemon games, if you look a trainer in the eye, you have to battle. And I hate when wild Pokemon cut me off in mid-sentence. Anyways, looks like we got a bug catcher here. Huh, instead of bug Pokemon, I found a trainer. Yeah, these guys are kind of funny. They walk around with nets. Like, that reminds me of a funny story. I once actually saw a guy that looked just like a bug catcher from the Pokemon games at a gas station walking around. It was like 11:30 at night, and I'm filling up my gas, and some guy is walking around the parking lot with a fishing net. Or whatever those nets are called, I don't know. I don't know if it's a fishing net or what, but it instantly reminded me of bug catchers, so it was kind of funny. And I really don't know what that guy was doing with a giant net in the parking lot of a gas station. Yeah, so anyways, this Caterpie right here is using String Shot on us, and that's about all it can do. You can actually catch Caterpie and Weedle on this route, and everyone kind of gets the idea that those are like worthless bug Pokemon, but I actually think those Pokemon are underrated because they evolve really early. Like by level 10 they will be fully evolved, so then you can get a Butterfree or a Beedrill, and those are actually 2 Pokemon that are not bad at all. The first time I played this game, I went ahead and caught a Weedle and I got a Beedrill, and it was actually really awesome. In my opinion, Beedrill's a bit better than Butterfree. But yeah, Beedrill definitely got a lot better in the newer games. And looks like he's got a Caterpie, so we'll just switch over to Geodude. Rocky! And yeah, a lot of people are kind of saying, like, Geodude's like a stupid Pokemon, which I really don't get. I think a lot of people just, instantly assume Geodude's kind of bad just because, you know, like, all of the hikers have it, and you always knock it out in one hit with, like, a water or grass-type move. But when you actually have it on your team, and, you know, you don't send it in against water-type Pokemon, it's actually a really nice Pokemon. So hopefully you can all become Geodude lovers by the end of my walkthrough. And yeah, you can get it really early in the game, so it's really nice, in my opinion. And wow, that was a critical hit, and it still only did 1 hit point. And another critical hit. So there we go, Caterpie's dead, and 33 experience points. And by the way, in this game, I know I've talked about this in other walkthroughs, but I never refer to Pokemon as fainted, I just refer to them as dead. So yeah, you'll hear me saying killed or dead a lot when I'm talking about Pokemon. So yeah, I'll either say I killed it or it's dead or something like that. So don't get confused, they're not actually dead. You can bring them back to life, but whatever. And we might actually get through. Yes, we made it through the grass. Amazing. Anyways, this guy is going to talk about the Dark Cave, and that is the cave right here. You can't really do much in there right now, so I'm not going to worry about it, but you can catch Pokemon in there like Geodude, which I have, and Zubat and stuff like that. I'm probably going to go back there later, but we'll move on for now. And here's an Apricorn tree, so let's pick this. And it's a black Apricorn. And yeah, still with the 3-letter abbreviations. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch things up again here. put Rocky behind you. And yeah, there we go. Or Rocky in front of you. I don't know why I just said behind. Anyways, let's take on this bug catcher. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you. Oh, great. I hate bug catchers that have like 20 Pokemon on their team. Well, not 20, but I'm exaggerating. Yeah, bug catcher Wade, and he's got a Caterpie. You guys know how to kill Caterpies. I'll just cut this out. And shabam, you're dead. And that'll get me up to level 7. Yeah, I'll probably cut out some of the stuff in fights just if it gets repetitive, just because you guys don't want to see me killing Caterpies like all day long, so I'll make it easier for you guys by just cutting stuff out. And it's magically dead. And I don't know why I was just rubbing the screen with my stylus. Anyways, 22 experience points, which is a lot at this point in the game. And we got a Weedle, so yay, nice change of pace. We got a Weedle instead of a Caterpie. So let's go ahead and tackle this thing. Oh, it's going to throw string at us. String shot. Just wrap the giant rock around with string. Anyways, let's tackle this. Pretty much everything at the beginning of the game just knows tackle. It's kind of funny. And more string shot. He's going to, like, blind me with a bunch of string, just, like, shooting it straight in my eye. And that probably a lot of you are going to make dirty jokes from what I just said, but whatever. I should have seen that coming. Anyways, we got one more Caterpie. And just because I'm getting sick and tired of Caterpies, we're going to cut this out. And it's dead. So there we go. We killed all of his amazing bug Pokemon. And I will admit, bug Pokemon are pretty awful at the beginning of the game, but like I was saying before, they do get better, so, you know, don't completely count them out when you're planning out your team. So yeah, Geodude's level 8's not bad. And whoa, this guy's already looking to get my number. I love how he's just like, you're awesome, I like you, you're so cool, can I have your number? It's like, dude, we just met, and you want my phone number. Anyways, let's grab this Pokeball right here. And move on back this way. And yeah, I think that's the last trainer on this route, actually, so we're pretty much ready to go into the city. If we can get through here without any battles. Come on, 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 come on! Yeah! And once we get repels, that will be a lot easier. Anyways, this guy, still talking about the Dark Cave, but he mentions Falkner, Violet City's gym leader, and this right here leads to Violet City. So, yeah, we're officially through the route, and we can head into the city. And you gotta go through this thing right here. But you will be stopped because, yeah, Lyra's going to come back with her Meryl, and she's going to give you a gift. She's going to give you the Versus Recorder, which you can use to record Wi-Fi battles or Battle Tower battles. Yeah, she just gives you free stuff because, you know, everyone in Pokemon games just loves handing out free stuff, I guess. But anyways, guys, let's head into Violet City.